Hi guys, welcome! In this series, we'll take a look at the 4th job class coming in Ragnarok Eternal Love. For our 5th episode, we'll be focusing on the 4th job of the Merchant class tree. For mechanics, they can change into Lightbringer, while for genetics, they can change into Begetter. This information is based on the data mined from the recent patch in the closed beta test of the China server. Again, these are not yet official and expect that there will be some changes once released in the open beta server. Special thanks to Kromisi, Yulb, and their team for their hard work in rendering the models and translating the skills. Their pages are linked in the description box down below. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. First up, we have the Lightbringer, which is the 4th job of Mechanic. It is said that while exploring deep beneath the forgotten ancient city of Juparus, the Mechanic discovered the hidden ancient knowledge of photon technology. As for their skills, we have the following. One of the highlights of Lightbringer's skills is Photon Cannon, which will be your main damaging skill. This AoE offensive skill will continuously channel a photon beam in a frontal direction for 3 seconds. Enemies within the rectangular area will receive wind element physical damage every 0.3 seconds, which is based on arms cannon damage times 60%. Thus, within 3 seconds, the enemy will receive 10 times continuous damage if he or she doesn't dodge its AoE. Furthermore, Photon Cannon can reduce the wind damage reduction of enemies by up to 5% during the channeling when this enhancement skill is maxed out. This effect can stack up to 6 times and will last for 5 seconds. The only downside is that you cannot move during the 3-second channeling time, so I guess it will require more skill to be able to use Photon Cannon in PvP. I think it's a good idea to use Magnetic Field first before using Photon Cannon so that the enemies won't be able to escape easily. Positioning and timing are needed so that the enemies can't go near you while channeling the skill. Another highlight of the Lightbringer skills is Madegear Summon, which allows you to summon your Madegear as a separate unit to assist you in battle. Upon activation, the Madegear will descend from the sky, dealing physical damage to enemies hit on the ground. The damage dealt is based on your level 10 knuckle boost damage times 600% at max skill level. In addition, it has a 100% chance to stun enemies in the area for 5 seconds upon landing when this enhancement skill is maxed out. The summoned Madegear is a formless race. It will inherit a portion of your stats and follow you to fight, prioritizing attacks on the target you attack. This will last for 10 minutes. Do take note that this skill will not activate if you are on Madegear. Having your Madegear fight as a separate unit will greatly boost your DPS. This is one of the reasons why people are speculating that Lightbringer will be meta in the next episode. A lot of Lightbringer's new skills are centered around your summoned Madegear, and these are as follows. First up, we have the passive skill Machine Learning. This will let the Madegear equip your skills and the Madegear will use those skills every 3 seconds. The skill that can be equipped include Knuckle Boost, Arm Cannon, and Photon Cannon. If you don't have any skills equipped, your Madegear will just use long-range normal attack. Imagine having 2 Photon Cannons when soloing boss monsters. I think this will be really OP. Next, we have the active skill Artificial Intelligence. This will allow the Madegear to separate from you and enter an autonomous battle mode which lasts for up to 2 minutes at max skill level. During AI mode, the Madegear can automatically select the enemy to attack. I think this AI mode of Madegear will greatly improve your farming efficiency as you can kill more monsters. Next, we have Relocation, which is a skill that you can use under Artificial Intelligence mode. This will let you control your Madegear to go to a designated area immediately. This can create more positioning strategies in the battlefield. Another skill that will control the position of your Madegear is Emergency Support. This will summon the Madegear to teleport beside you. However, this will remove the Artificial Intelligence status. You may use this in sticky situations wherein you need to focus your offense on a single target. Next, we have the passive skill Part Replacement. This will trigger every 10 seconds wherein the Madegear will automatically restore 40% of their max HP. Aside from equipping offensive skills to your Madegear, you will also have other offensive skills which uses your Madegear. First is Machine Revolution. This will order the Madegear to go to a designated area to self-destruct, dealing neutral physical damage to all enemies within 4 meters, but destroying your Madegear after use. The damage dealt by Machine Revolution is based on your self-destruction damage times 300. Next, we have Reboot, After 1 second charging time, this will clear all effects and will restore you and Madigear's HP by up to 100% at max skill level. This can also restore up to 100% of your max HP with this enhancement skill. In addition, the charging time of this skill can be reduced from 1 second to 0.2 seconds with this other enhancement skill. I guess that this skill is a must-have to boost the effectiveness of self-destruct build. Another important skill is Refresh. This will refresh the skill cooldown and cast delay of all Mechanic and Lightbringer skills immediately, excluding Refresh. Timing the use of this skill is very important as it has a very long cooldown of 80 seconds. But this enhancement skill will reduce Refresh cooldown by 20% so it can have a cooldown of 64 seconds. I think with the Refresh and Reboot, you may be able to use the combo of Machine Revolution and Self-Destruct repeatedly. Next, we have the debuff skill White Noise. This will order the Madigear to inflict silence to enemies 5 meters around the Madigear for 9 seconds, which cannot be dispelled. There is also a 100% chance to remove up to 7 buffs from the enemies. Next, we have Target Lock. Upon activation, you will lock on an enemy target, making the target unable to use any hiding or stealth skills. This will also order the Madigear to forcibly attack the target for 15 seconds. Furthermore, this enhancement skill will reduce the target's physical and magic defense by up to 50%. I think this will be very useful in War of Imperium to prevent sneak attacks. Up next, we have Lightweight. This passive skill allows you to use mechanic skills even if you're not in Madigear, just as long as the Madigear is equipped. And lastly, for Madigear skills, we have the passive skill Consciousness Awaken. This will reduce the Madigear's damage taken from demi-human race by 50% and increase their damage to demi-human race by 50%. In addition, this enhancement skill can increase the physical and magic damage reduction of Madigears by up to 30%. Up next, we have 2 other non-Madigear skills. First up is a passive skill Recursion. Using the same skill for 5 seconds will increase the next skill's damage by up to 30%. This is only limited to Knuckle Boost, Arm Cannon, and Photo Cannon. In addition, this enhancement skill can further increase the damage of Recursion by up to 14%. I think this will really boost the damage of Lightbringer during long battles. And for the last and final skill, we have Overload Boost. Upon activation, your physical penetration will increase by up to 20% at max skill level. However, this will drain 3% of your max SP every second. The effect will stop if the SP is insufficient or if the skill is used again. This will significantly increase your damage output, but you need to be aware when to stop the skill, or else your SP will get depleted and you won't be able to use other skills. Furthermore, this enhancement skill can increase your max HP by up to 18% during Overload Boost duration. I guess this will be useful for clearing dungeons and PvP events. Up next, we have the Begetter, which is the 4th job of Genetic. It is said that the Genetic met the great sage Batmond at the Underground Institute. With his guidance, Genetic mastered the mystery of life. As for their skills, we have the following. First up, we have Homunculus Synthesis. Using 2 Emil Stones, you can merge with the last summoned homunculus, changing your form and acquiring the active skills of the homunculus. The combination lasts for 30 seconds and its cooldown of 45 seconds is fixed and cannot be reduced. Combining with different homunculus will give different stat bonuses. Lift will increase your healing bonus by 2%, Amistyr will increase your physical attack by 15%, Vanil Mirth will increase your attack by 15%, and Eleanor will increase your physical penetration by 10%. Furthermore, this enhancement skill will increase your max HP by up to 5% and will multiply the effect of Forbidden Fusion by 4. Forbidden Fusion is a passive skill related to Homunculus Synthesis. This gives a 10% chance to obtain all the active skills and combined stat bonuses of all homunculus after using Homunculus Synthesis. Although the chance is quite low, managing to get the stats and skills of all your homunculi will be really powerful in the battlefield. Next, we have the acid-related skills. First is the offensive skill Crazy Throw, which is the improved version of Improved Acid Demonstration. This AoE offensive skill will continuously throw strong acid bottles towards an area for 3 seconds. Enemies hit will receive physical damage based on your improved acid demonstration damage times 80%. It is not stated how many times the damage will tick, but maybe it will be the same with Photo Cannon, which does damage every 0.3 seconds. Furthermore, the damage of Crazy Throw will gradually increase with this enhancement skill, wherein each throw will increase its damage by up to 6%. It also has a chance to inflict burn status to enemies for 5 seconds with this other enhancement skill. Next, we have the passive skill Chemical Corrosion. This will trigger when using any of the following skills: Acid Terror, Improved Acid Demonstration, Fire Expansion, and Crazy Throw. These skills can reduce a target's damage reduction by up to 15% for 6 seconds. In addition, Chemical Corrosion can reduce the physical defense of enemies by up to 14% with this enhancement skill. This additional debuff is a must-have for Crazy Throw build. Another passive skill related to acid is Flammable and Explosive. This will trigger when throwing a strong acid bottle to an enemy inflicted with burn status, wherein there's an 8% chance to trigger Fire Expansion. Although the chance is quite low, I think this will still be important for improving the damage of Crazy Throw. Next, let's take a look at the new plant skills. First up, we have Vampiric Grass. Using a plant bottle, this lets you summon a life-draining, blood-sucking plant on a target enemy which deals continuous physical damage per second. The damage dealt is based on your physical attack and magic attack and is not affected by race, element, and size modifiers. It also has a lifesteal effect wherein 5% of the damage dealt is converted into restoring your own HP. Only 2 Vampiric Grass can exist at a time and each one lasts for 10 seconds. Furthermore, the lifesteal ratio is increased by 5% with this enhancement skill. I think this new plant skill will be the new single target poison fog that will slowly kill your enemies. Another plant skill is Mutant Mandragora, which is the improved version of Genetics Mandragora Howling. It lets you summon a Mutant Mandragora which reduces the int and max SP and increases the fixed cast time of enemies within 4 meters every 3 seconds. This lasts for 18 seconds, so now its effect can stack up to 6 times. You can also place 2 at a time so more enemies will be affected by this debuff. In addition, this enhancement skill can reduce its cooldown from 14 to 8 seconds. I guess this will play a more important role in GVG against magic classes. Last for the plant skills is Botanical Research. This passive skill will increase the damage of plant skills such as Hell Plant, Crazy Weed, and Vampiric Grass by up to 20% at max skill level. And finally, let's take a look at the other support and defensive skills. First up, we have Mixed Potion Throw, which is the improved version of the creator skills HP Potion Cast and MP Potion Cast. This is an AoE debuff skill wherein the allies within 3 meters will get the effect of HP Potion Cast and MP Potion Cast every 2 seconds. The potion area will last for 20 seconds and each cast consumes 2 condensed blue potions and 2 condensed white potions. In addition, it can passively increase the effect of HP Potion Cast by 300% and MP Potion Cast by 100%. This support skill will definitely help allies with high Vit stat in the battlefield as their condensed potions will restore more HP and SP. Next is the passive skill Symbiosis. This will convert up to 5% of the damage dealt by summoned homunculus and hell plants into restoring your own HP. I think this lifesteal effect will greatly contribute to your survival in the battlefield. Next is a buff skill Vine Armor. Upon activation, your equipment will not be stripped for 12 seconds. In return, you will suffer more when receiving fire element damage. This requires 1 Emil Stone to cast. This is a great counter when fighting against Shadow Chasers or their 4th job, Phantom Dancer. In addition, this enhancement skill can reflect up to 5% physical damage received, so this will be a really good defensive self-buff. Next is the debuff skill Gene Disruption. This is an AoE debuff that affects all enemies within a radius of 4 meters, reducing the affected enemy's strength, agi, int, dex, and luck by up to 50 points for 12 seconds. Its duration can increase to 16 seconds when this enhancement skill is maxed out. And another enhancement skill will reduce the enemy resistance to abnormal status by up to 10%. I guess this is another debuff of Begetters that will give enemies a hard time as they will now need more than 100% stun resistance. And for the last and final skill, we have the passive skill Life Perception. This will allow you to detect a hidden enemy within a range of 9 meters if his HP is less than 30%. In addition, you will be able to deal 30% more damage to a hidden enemy. I have observed that more job classes are now able to detect hidden enemies using these 4 job skills. I guess a thief class should step up their gameplay with these upcoming changes. Alright, so far we've touched on how the Lightbringer and Begetter would look like and what their respective skills would be. These will definitely cause a major change in gameplay, especially in PvP and GVG. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on the new skills of the 4th job. The skills are also found in the ROM Codex website, so check it out. Also stay tuned for my next video wherein we'll discuss the skills of the 4th job of the Thief class tree, Soul Blade Cross, and Phantom Dancer. Alright, that's it for this video guys. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed watching this video. If you're new here, I would love for you to consider subscribing by hitting the red subscribe button down below. I would love to have you back. Thank you for watching and see you in our next episode.